Alright, thanks for joining us. Now here's my number one secret, the formula that I use to help athletes put on as much as 20 pounds of muscle mass in 90 days. And it's a little trickier than you may have thought. It has nothing to do with what we do in the weight room. It's what's going on at home and when your athletes are recovering from the training that you're doing in the weight room. Now let me explain. When an athlete goes from, or a young man goes from eating a minimal amount of food, just enough to get by, to bombarding their nervous system and their hormonal system with tons and tons of new food and calories, there's a surge in anabolic hormones. They start secreting more testosterone, more growth hormone, more IGF-1. These are different anabolic hormones that help athletes get bigger and stronger. And the way we elicit that hormonal response is by increasing their calorie intake tremendously in a very short period of time. Here's how we do it. Say you have a 150-pound athlete that needs to put on 20 pounds, or even if you have a 200-pound athlete that needs to put on 20 pounds. The first thing you want to do is take their body weight. Some people say your lean mass, I say just take their body weight and times it by 20. That's going to give you a number. That number is the amount of calories that athlete needs to start eating immediately, and it's not going to be easy, but I'll talk to you about that in a moment. Now with those calories, you're probably asking, like, are you drinking soda and eating Kit Kats? No, not at all. What you want to do is you want to take about 40 to 50% of that and have it be complex carbohydrates. And with all the low carb crazed diets and things like that out there, this probably sounds outrageous, but most preferably brown rice, taking up a good portion of that meal plan, that 50%. And then you want to go about 40% protein, and then about 10 to 20% fat. Here are the foods of choice that you want to use in order to achieve that calorie goal. Lots of brown rice and oatmeal, like I told you, for the carbohydrates. Many of my athletes are eating up to 2 cups of brown rice with each meal. It's crazy. Eggs. A lot of my athletes are eating 4 to 6 eggs every morning, along with like wheat toast and things like that. And chicken. Lots of chicken breast. Particularly chicken that's low in fat. And not that I'm against fat, and there's a lot of times when we do use lots of fat, but for this particular instance where you're trying to pack on lots of mass very quickly, we want to use those forms of foods. Also, I do recommend meal replacement supplements. These are things like Metrex or Myoplex, or even Muscle Milk, which is a little higher in fat and lower in calories. But anyway, those are my 3 choices. A lot of my athletes, in order to gain that mass, it's incredible how quickly they do it. They'll take in about 2 or 3 of those shakes a day. The other supplement that I recommend, and a lot of people have a lot of questions about this, and in my Gridiron Strongman program, we dispel all the myths. But anyway, creatine being a great supplement for athletes to use. Young athletes, I've been using creatine since I was 14, and a lot of my young athletes use it. We put on mass, the side effects are nil, there are no side effects. And they put on lots of mass and lots of strength, and it'll make your athlete just feel better about himself because of the extra muscle mass and strength. He'll perform better in the weight room. He'll perform better on the field. If I'm talking to you in particular, if you're the athlete, listen, it's the bigger, stronger, more massive and aggressive athletes that get the contracts that go to college and play. You want to be bigger, you want to be stronger, you want to be more aggressive and more explosive. And eating a meal plan like I just described and is in great detail in some of my programs and on my website is what you want to start with. Now, if you felt like that was helpful and you can use that right away and you enjoyed that tip, I've got 7 more secrets that I'd like to reveal to you in a free CD that I want to send you. So all you got to do is read the website down below. You'll learn about the program and how you can get that free CD. I think you're just going to pay like $4 for shipping, and you'll also get a 14-day free trial to my video coaching program, which will take you step by step through this and everything I just described, including how to use weight training in order to build massive, strong, and explosive football players. Well, I enjoyed speaking to you, and I'll see you again soon.